going on, everyone? So yesterday, the Los Angeles Lakers blew a huge opportunity, right? With the win yesterday against the Golden State Warriors, the Lakers would have been in prime position for even the sixth seed, but bare minimum, seventh or eighth. You had both the Phoenix Suns and the Sacramento Kings both taking L's yesterday, but of course, the Lakers, they just failed to handle business. Anthony Davis, he didn't play in this game. We really needed him to play. Now, look, I know a lot of people kind of put the blame on Anthony Davis, and believe me, I am as frustrated as you are in that regard, but we don't know the details, right? He did get hit in the eye temple area. If he was really dealing with the symptoms, it kind of sounds like he has a concussion. So if it is a concussion, he might have wanted to play. The NBA and the team might have said no, right? So he also has been somebody that has played through injuries basically every time he's been injured this season. He's done a really good job of that. So I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt, but it's just such bad timing, man. You know, you have just a handful of games left. You need your two stars to show up. You needed two stars to be there. You know, you don't have LeBron in the Minnesota Timberwolves game. Yes, we didn't anticipate that Anthony Davis would get hurt, but still, it's like, you guys got to show up. But same thing with LeBron. It's like, how sick was he? We don't know all the details. It's easy to just point fingers at them, but again, regardless, the Lakers they didn't handle their business. They didn't show up. They didn't do what they needed to do, right? Where was the defense? Where was the adjustments? Darvin Ham, man, did everything he could to lose that game for the Lakers. You're gaining momentum, right? You get it to 5 and you take out LeBron James and Rui Hachimura. I understand you have a game plan. I understand you have just kind of the way you go about things, but that's what makes a good coach, right? Is somebody that can deviate from the game plan, that has awareness of the situation, and just, again, Darvin Ham does everything he can to just cost the Lakers a game. And look, I'm not saying that the Lakers would have won, but I think they would have had a much better chance, right? Like, what if you have a lead going into the fourth, or even if you're down 5 and the Lakers come out in the fourth the way that they did, right? All of a sudden you're winning at one point in that game, because the Lakers started that game with a 7-0 run, or that quarter with a 7-0 run. The game could be completely different. But look, the likelihood of the Lakers moving in the 7th or 8th, is it still possible? Yes, it's still very possible, but it's just so unlikely. Lakers are still only half a game back of Sacramento, so you need Sacramento to lose 2 more games. Lakers to essentially win outright. But you also need the Warriors to lose 1 more game. If the Warriors don't lose another game, then guess what? Warriors leapfrog us, and they're the 8th seed. And we play Sacramento in the first play-in game. So, yes, there is still possibilities, but it's, like I said, with the 6th seed for quite some time. Don't expect it. If it happens, great, beautiful. But more likely than not, it's probably not going to happen. Just the way that the Lakers have blown it. They just, the frustrating thing is they just had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity and just keep finding ways to squander it. Yes, they were great, and they've been great the last 2 months. But they did this to themselves. They dug themselves this hole, and every time we needed the Sacramento games, right? It's just, they find ways to blow it. They find ways to lose, and you can't do that. You can't afford it. Now the Lakers probably going to have to win 2 straight games just to get into the playoffs. Now, can they do it? Of course, right? I'm going to continue to have faith. I'm going to continue to have belief. Look, it's very unlikely. Would I bet on it? No, right? Do I think it's something that is going to be tough? Yes, right? I understand the situation. I understand where we're at in that regard, but I also look at it and go, we have LeBron James and Anthony Davis, if they're healthy, in a playoff series, right? Game 7. Can the Lakers win 2 straight games? Yes, they've done it. They've had multiple game win streaks. So I do think the Lakers can get there. And then you get to the playoffs, depending on the matchup. You know, you play the Thunder, you play Minnesota, you could get out of the first round. So again, I still have faith with the Lakers. I understand people that don't. I understand people that are like, season's over. But again, a lot can happen, right? It's not over until it's over. When it's over, we'll talk about it. But I still have belief. But with this game, I mean, D'Angelo Russell, man, look, I have been so high on D'Lo. I have praised D'Lo. I have defended D'Lo. I'm really big on D'Lo this year. D'Lo has been fantastic. He has not been fantastic the last 2 games, and we needed him, right? I mean, this Warriors game, yes, he was making plays, but defensively, he was atrocious. And that was one of the things that I've been praising him for lately. Him and Austin Reeves, defensively, were playing much better, active hands, all that. I mean, that Cavs game, D'Lo was balling on the defensive side. And he's getting out here getting torched by Chris Paul. Like, come on, man. Like, just getting bullied. It's just you gotta be there. It's like, and I understand people's because he's in playoff form and he's this and he's that, but like he hasn't been that this year. He's been very good this year, right? And it's like I say it all the time. I don't want to root for the failure of players on our team, right? I'm a fan, just like I don't want to root for the Lakers to fail, right? Like people are so willing. Oh, like Lakers to do that. Like why? Like if you're a fan, shouldn't you be in it? Like you're with them in the worst, so that way you can celebrate in their best, right? Like I'm not somebody that likes to, if I'm a fan, root against them or want to, they lose. And like I get like a lot of people want it to be over just to go get that star in the offseason or get rid of Darvin Ham and all those things. And like, yes, I want those things too, but we're not in that yet. We're in it now. We still have an opportunity here. And just like last year, nobody thought we were going to be in the conference finals. And guess what? We were in the conference finals. It's a lot of basketball that could potentially still be played. Right? But the Lakers need D'Lo to be better. Him and his poor shooting. Can we just get, I say this all the time, can we just get a handful of games where D'Lo and Reeves are both good together? Right? It's always like if D'Lo's great, Reeves is terrible. And if Austin Reeves is great, D'Lo's terrible. D'Lo's got to be better. He has to be better. Same thing with Austin Reeves I've been preaching, right? We need Austin Reeves to be better. Austin Reeves was better in this game. He was very good in this game. And I was happy to see it. This is what I want. This is what I've been preaching for Austin Reeves. Like I say all the time, I don't want to see Austin Reeves be bad. He just hasn't been what we need him to be and what we thought he would be this season. But I still want him to be there. He's 4-7 from 3. I'm hoping that this is the moment. Right, because we're getting into the playoff time, getting into the play-in time, and maybe this is the moment that Austin Reeves finally turns it around. 22 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and 0 turnovers. That was massive. Great game, 8 of 15 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3. That was Austin Reeves. There's the Austin Reeves we know and love, right? And he was actually serviceable. I mean, not great, but serviceable on the defense side. On spots, he did get beat on occasion, but he wasn't like terrible. So I'm like, man, if Reeves can just be this, if we can get D'Angelo Russell being D'Angelo Russell, right? And I know on the surface, if you look at it, you're like, oh, he had 14, 2 and 7 with 0 turnovers, right? But if you actually watch the game, he was terrible, right? I mean, and also half of those points came from getting fouled at the 3-point line. But look, I love that D'Lo took care of the basketball. I love that Reeves took care of the basketball, but they got to be better collectively. We need them both to be the best versions of themselves if we're going to really have a deep playoff run and success. We need it. We need these guys, right? LeBron did everything he could in this game, try to pull out this win. Everything. I mean, the dude had 33, 7, and 11, right? Like, and it's just, he's only one guy, right? And I get, we needed Anthony Davis. We needed everything. It's incredibly frustrating because it's like, this is not what we thought. It's not what we expected. It's not what we hoped for going into during the offseason, going into the season, right? There was so much optimism. There was so much excitement. There was so much hope. It was like, oh man, just can't wait. Like, let's just get there, Lakers, right? We have a real opportunity. We get in the playoffs, right? Go on a deep run, maybe even win the championship. And it's like, now we might not even make the playoffs. It's so frustrating. It really is. It's so frustrating. But like I said, I'm gonna stay optimistic. I'm gonna stay hopeful. I'm gonna trust. Hey, it's not over till it's over. Lakers got to win 2 straight games. We need a couple of these teams to stumble. Right? Sacramento, they've been losing games. Hopefully, they could drop a couple games. Maybe we get lucky and the Warriors end up losing a game. The problem with the Warriors is like their remaining schedule is pretty cake. I mean, they play the Blazers, right? So they probably beat the Blazers. Can the Pelicans beat them? Really need the Pelicans, right? Because the Pelicans need that game too, right? Because the Pelicans are the 6th seed right now. So they need that game to avoid the play. So can they beat the Warriors? Lakers win outright. Now Lakers are at least the 9th seed. Sacramento, if they drop a game or two, right, maybe we could still be in good shape. I mean, that's the hope at least, right? The hope is that, hey, maybe Sacramento, because they do still play the Pelicans, which again, they really need that win, the Pelicans. And then they play Phoenix, which Phoenix really needs that win. So it's two games right there that both those teams desperately need the win. And then the Blazers, they're probably not going to lose to the Blazers. So you're hoping that they lose the next two games, which would put them at 36 losses, which the Lakers would move into the 8th seed if the Warriors lose to the Pelicans. So we really need the Pelicans and we really need the Suns the rest of the way because we're not going to catch those two teams. Unless Phoenix just crumbles and loses their last 3 games, which I don't see that necessarily happening. But we'll see. Time will tell. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? Think the Lakers get in? Think they don't? Do you think the Lakers finish 9th, 10th, somewhere in between? Whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.